Hello, all students. Topic is your technical report writing. So let's begin. So we begin the lecture by definition and meaning of technical report writing. A report is a statement of the results of an investigation of any matter on which definite information is required. Over a period of time, it has evolved to mean that the gathered information is unbiased and evidence-based. A report can be written on a number of occasions. It can be a progress report card of a student, a newspaper report, a business report, a research report, a technical report, etc. It is purely based on observation and analysis. A report gives an explanation of any circumstance. In present-day world, reports play a crucial role. Written reports are documents which present focused, salient content to a specific audience. Now we move to the types of reports. Reports, business reports or technical reports can be classified in a number of ways. Firstly, on the basis of legal formalities or approach, we can have informal reports and second, formal reports. So, informal report can be either in the form of short, almost broken statement of facts on a single page. An information report is usually submitted in the form of a letter or a memorandum. Formal report is one which is prepared in a prescribed form and is presented according to an established procedure to a prescribed authority. Formal reports can be of two types: statutory and non-statutory. The second classification, on the basis of frequency of issue, a report can be periodic or special. Periodic or routine reports. These are prepared and presented at regular prescribed intervals in the usual business routines. Periodic reports may be submitted daily. The special reports. The special reports are related to single occasion or situation. A report on the desirability of opening a new branch is an example of a special report. Third classification, on the basis of function or purpose, a report can be informative or interpretative. If a report merely presents facts important to an issue or a situation, it is then informative. On the other hand, if it analyzes the facts, draws conclusions, and makes recommendations, it may be described as analytical, interpretative, or investigative. On the basis of nature of the subject dealt with, we can have a problem determining report, fact-finding report, performance report, or technical report. Fifth type, on the basis of number of persons working on reports. We can have reports by individuals and reports by committees or subcommittees. Reports can also be classified on the following basis: oral or written. Those which are given verbally through face-to-face interaction about something seen or observed are oral reports. However, a written report has clear advantage over the oral report. A written report is documented form. It is authentic and it can be stored for future references. Now, the characteristics of report. The characteristics of report are as follows. The precision or accuracy and coherence of the report. The information given in the report influences the crucial decision making, so a report should clearly indicate its purpose. The purpose determines the format, content, sequence, and word and structures used in the report. A report should precisely state the writer's investigation, analysis, and recommendations. Factual. Any information included in a report should be based on facts and not imaginations that support facts with research evidence. Inaccurate facts will lead to error in decision making. Relevance. All information must be related and relevant to the main idea of the report. A report should be precise and brief, yet all relevant information should be included. It should be relevant from reader's point of view. Reader-oriented. The writer may know a lot about the topic or theme on which the report is based, but when writing the report, one must keep in mind what does the reader need to know to arrive at a decision, rather than what the report writer may know about it. So we say it take interests of the readers. Objectivity of recommendations. Any suggestions made in the report should be free of writer's own personal views or even emotional views. The report should be impartial and objective. The objective of report writing is to enhance productivity or business growth and not the writer's self-interest. Another characteristic, simple and clear. The language should be simple. There is no room for vague, complex, or outdated language. Technical words should either be avoided or if used should be taken care that the readers are familiar with them. A glossary listing the full forms of abbreviated words and meanings of technical can be added to the end of the report. To bring about clarity, ideas should be arranged systematically. Brevity. It means being brief. A writer needs to strike the right balance. The report should be as brief as possible, yet complete. However, brevity should not be done at the cost of clarity. So, the motto should be include everything significant, yet be brief. Grammatical accuracy. Grammatical errors are like faulty speech. They distract the reader's attention. It also indicates lack of seriousness on the part of the writer. It gives a very bad impression of the writer. Next, the special format, illustrations, and documentation. Reports usually follow a particular layout. All parts of the structure of a report should be included which are useful for the topic purpose. Supporting the written words with illustrations like charts, tables, diagrams, figures, photographs is helpful and adds to the visual appeal. The report should carry references and other sources from where the information is gathered. This kind of documentation brings scientific and authentic feel to the report writing. Homogeneity. It relates that the report should be similar in its ideology and constructive. Now we discuss the structure of reports. The structure suggests how a report should be organized. A report generally is organized dividing it into four parts. The first is prefatory or introductory part. In this part, it includes the cover page of the report, title, the certificate, acknowledgements, the table of contents, list of illustrations, and the abstract. The second part is the main text, and that is the main body of the report. It includes a detailed introduction, discussion, conclusion, and recommendation. Then it proceeds to the supplementary part. Coming with the supplementary parts, it includes appendix, references or bibliography, and glossary. Then we have optional elements. Among the optional elements are the copyright form, then notice, if any, preface, and summary. Before we go through the formats of the reports, I would like to remind you that we have already shared comprehensive notes of report writing, and there is a good example how a report has been laid out. Now, for the formats of the reports, a report can be laid out in a form of a manuscript, a memo, that is memorandum, a form of letter, official or unofficial, we have already mentioned earlier, a pre-printed form. The lecture would be incomplete without discussing the importance of technical reports. Among the importance, a report is the only tangible or real product of a professional. Reports enable decision-making and problem-solving in an organization. Reports help the authorities in planning new ventures and in evaluating men and materials. Reports are an important means of information distribution within and outside the organization. Reports serve as a measure of growth, progress, or success of an organization. Reports serve as a valuable repository of information. Reports do reveal gap in thinking. Reports develop certain skills in the writer. So this is what we have covered in a report writing. The students should practice further in the notes given to them in a soft